So when I first started looking at this company, I thought, no way, it's not a resource company. I'm not even gonna bother with it. After taking a closer look and actually talking to my sister who has 2 children, I am giving this a second look. Hi, this is Fabi from The Next Big Rush, where we talk about growing your wealth through smart investing. If that's something you'd like, then hit the subscribe button and the little bell right next to it so you won't miss any of my future videos. Now, I sat down with Jennifer McCarran of Thunderbird Entertainment, and I'm sure you're familiar with really popular kids shows such as Peppa Pig and Paw Patrol and whatever the flavor of the year is. Now, an entertainment company, a media company, when they do hit big in one niche, one of the things that they can do is they can make a lot of money through licensing. That is the opportunity I am looking at here with Thunderbird Entertainment. Hadn't really considered any media companies before, but if you know anything about Lionsgate and the people involved with that project, then you'll be happy to know that some of those people are also involved with Thunderbird. And $6.50 to, I don't know, $33 in 2.5 years is not bad at all for a real company that has real revenue and isn't actually digging or looking for gold. So this is my chat with Jennifer McCarran of Thunderbird Entertainment. All right, I am here with Jennifer McCarran of Thunderbird, and what I would like to jump straight into is, okay, so I am a resource speculator mostly, not 100%, but that's where most of my money goes, and I believe that's true for most of the people watching this interview. So I would like to know from you, Jennifer, we're very interested in stories with huge potential that the market hasn't really caught on to yet. What is it about your particular industry, like the media industry, and your company as well, that has that potential upside that we as resource investors need to know about?
There's an exploding need for content. There's Netflix, Amazon, Apple, Disney streaming is coming online next year, and we're uniquely positioned. We deliver at a high quality level to all of these providers, and there's so much work to be done. We are creators. We also do service across the company. We have a team of about 800 people in Vancouver. We've just expanded to Ottawa because we've been turning away work. There's just too much to go around. And we've recently gone public, and I think we're a great opportunity to invest in. We're $100 million cap, and we're only trading at a 7x multiple. So there's a ton of room to grow. When you look at companies like E1 and the way brands like Peppa Pig, PJ Masks have gone off, we've got 2 properties that I think or at least 2 properties that are poised to do that. Last Kids on Earth, Princesses Wear Pants. So much going on, and there's so much growth potential at Thunderbird.
Cool. And what kind of success has the company achieved so far?
We've got a footprint in animation, in factual, and in scripted. We have recently sold Last Kids on Earth to Netflix. We've optioned a book from Savannah Guthrie and Drew Barrymore called Princesses Wear Pants. There'll be an announcement around a home for that. These are the properties that we own. That's just a glimpse into animation. We're doing shows like 101 Dalmatians for Disney, Lego. So working with top names, top brands. We were a producer on Blade Runner 2049 in live action with Ryan Gosling and Denis Villeneuve. We've had the #1 rated comedy, Kim's Convenience in Canada. That's also doing extremely well on Netflix. Our factual division is probably the preeminent company in Canada. Shows such as Highway Through Hell, Save My Reno are in their 8th, 9th seasons for Discovery. So that's just sort of a glimpse. You can find us on Netflix, really huge provider of content. And with such a demand from so many new sources coming online, we're in a great position to keep expanding as both content owners and creators and service providers.
And could you tell us more about some of the projects or shows that you're most excited about for, say, the next 6 to 12 months?
Well, definitely Last Kids on Earth has got me really excited. I think it has potential to be a brand like, when you look at E1, the success of, say, Peppa Pig or PJ Masks. Um, it's a New York Times bestseller. This series that is just based on the first 3 books. There's 5 more books to come. It's going to be doing interactive episodes on Netflix, which is huge. So sort of choose your own adventure, but on Netflix, which is kind of cutting new ground. And, there'll be a master toy deal announced soon, which is massive, and also high interest in doing gaming around that show as well. Another one in the kids division would be Princesses Wear Pants, which is, again, the book from Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show, Drew Barrymore, and Ali Oppenheim. Really amazing kind of message. I feel like it's the new Barbie. It's okay to embrace your pink and sparkly side, but sometimes you got to put pants on and get things done. And again, it's on the New York Times bestseller list. And the message is very 2018 in that it's okay to embrace your feminine side, but it's more important what you do and how you lead than what you look like. And I really feel like this property is going to have legs and explode. Huge merchandising potential behind that one. It's another New York Times bestseller. We're going to do it in live action. It's sort of spooky anthologies, which we know from talking to many librarians. This is what all the kids are craving. Massive opportunity there. In the factual side, Highway Through Hell continues to be just a massive global hit. We want to build out that city the same way we helped to build out Vancouver, which Vancouver is now the #1 hub in North America for VFX, animation, and live action production. And we see the talent, the culture, and the people and the schooling in Ottawa to do the same.
Okay, now you just mentioned something that really caught my attention as an investor, which was you mentioned a few kids shows, right? And what I'm thinking here is, okay, so how kids shows can really profit is really when you start going to all these different stores and there's Peppa the Pig here and there's Paw Patrol there, and it's almost like whenever they hit it really big, and next thing like there is no product you can think of that hasn't had a licensing deal that has, Peppa the Pig on plastered everything. And so is this how media companies can best leverage their intellectual property? I mean, is that where the opportunity lies?
That's one of many opportunities, and we have a really robust slate of kids properties that we own. And when you look at it, that they're already significant brands. I'll use Last Kids on Earth as an example because we'll be announcing a master toy deal soon. When you've got the brand behind it, it's already a book with millions of readers globally. It's a New York Times bestseller. It's sitting between Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Harry Potter on the New York Times bestseller list. When you take a property like that, that's so toyetic, it's kind of a zombie apocalypse, and when you take a property like that with so much toy potential from the book world, as well as a huge premiere launch, we're launching, with a 1-hour movie where kids can, choose their endings, go through the episodes. It really is, that becomes the massive hit, akin to the Peppa Pig. Huge merchandise potential. We also have Beatbugs. That was a show that we own based on the songs of the Beatles. That has toys right now in Target and Tesco. That's another Thunderbird owned show.
Well, I'm pretty sure my nephew and niece are very familiar with that show. And how can investors compare Thunderbird against other similar-ish companies to gauge the value here?
Well, I think right now we're a pretty good deal because other similar companies like E1 or DHX are trading at, I think, a 10, 12 time multiple. We're only at a 7, and the stock's a really good deal right now. And we have huge growth potential. We have relationships with all the key buyers, and we have an amazing reputation as a trusted content provider. And when you look at the exploding need for content, when you look at themes, there's so many devices now. Before it was everyone would be vying for kind of one slot on Saturday morning or that prime live action slot on a Thursday night. That's no longer the case. People need content. We've do a lot of work with Disney. We're currently doing 101 Dalmatians with them. And they've got their own streaming service coming online next year. We're doing a lot of work with Hulu right now that will be announced soon. And Netflix, as I've talked about, we're doing a ton of work there. Amazon, Apple, so many people now. There is the traditional broadcast model, which is not as healthy as it once was. It's no secret. A lot of people are withdrawing from cable, but still a robust operation. And when you look at all the streaming sites coming on, no one's better positioned than Thunderbird to continue to take off in this area. Then you add in all the merch and gaming potential behind that, and I think you have something really special going on.
Thank you, Jennifer. Can you tell us more about how to just get to know more about the company? Is there a website that we can go to and learn more about you guys?
Yeah, check out the Thunderbird website. We've got an investor section plus a link to all the companies and the shows that we're able to talk about right now. So you can peruse the Thunderbird website, check out our investor deck, and you can see we have a really strong balance sheet. The company's been profitable every year. And I think it's quite an impressive case for investment.
Cool. Thank you very much, Jennifer.
Thank you, Fabienne. I really appreciate your interest in Thunderbird.